Of our Armed Forces Music and Drama Company, welcoming you to the second National Day Parade Media Brief. On a side note, this year's National Day Parade will mean so much to me because I'm living and achieving a dream as being one of the hosts for the National Day Parade itself. Thank you very much. Please clap, thank you. I feel so happy, thank you. To enlighten you what's going to happen, I'd like to invite on stage Colonel Lim Siong Tiong, Chairman Engagement NDP 2012 on stage. Sir, please, thank you.
Morning, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Siong Tiong. I'm Chairman Engagement for NDP 12, and I'll be leading the team for this year's NDP engagement efforts. Okay, before I begin, I would really like to say a few words of thanks to some people here. Firstly, the friends from the media. I thank you for coming to spend time with us, for us to share with you. We're very excited to tell you what we have in store. We of course would like to thank Skip, our venue partner, who have graciously provided us this place for the media brief. And you must have also noticed, the people who are working outside, we're using the space to really build up this gigantic structure, which I'll elaborate further. Our students and other volunteers, organizations, our partners, who have been with us throughout this whole journey. And last but not least, the whole team of the engagement committee, who has really put in their heart and soul, have really made this effort work. My heartfelt thanks to all of you. Okay, let me begin. It's really a very familiar scene that we can all connect to. On come 9th of August, Singaporeans from everywhere in Singapore will just converge at the voting platforms to celebrate the nation's birthday. The parade has become a highly anticipated event for all Singaporeans. And this year will be no difference. We will put up a good show and for all Singaporeans to rejoice. But over time, the parade for some people has become the sole defining representations of national celebrations. And we know that this is furthest from the truth. What is this celebrations to us? Well, celebrations must come before the 9th of August. This is what we all believe. And we know that this can be done if we all put our heart and soul together. This year's theme, which is introduced by my big boss, Colonel Desmond Tan, Chairman Expo, is about loving Singapore, our home. And this is a very encouraging theme because it really allows all Singaporeans to reflect and express what they love, what they like, and what they appreciate about Singapore. And with this theme in mind, the committee really set our mind to think of how to rally everybody together to go on this celebration journey for Singaporeans to rediscover and remember what we love about Singapore. Well, our engagement strategy is very simple, very straightforward. We want all Singaporeans to express what they love about Singapore. We want them to participate in all the activities that ourselves and the partners that come put together. And of course, to celebrate come 9th of August and beyond. NDP serves to be the platforms to connect Singaporeans, both local and overseas. And we strongly believe that Singaporeans will take ownership of the celebrations. They want to be involved. They want to have a say. And we know that they will participate in things that they see meaningful. And we have really started early this year, very different from previous years. We started our expression phase as early as in March, where we work with partners to come up with meaningful expression activities so that we can start collating the expressions of Singaporeans. Just take Singapore Instagram as an example. This is one of the expressions initiative. Working with Singapore Instagram, we have 5 themes for Singaporeans to evoke their thoughts and emotions. And through this very simple initiative, we have completed 2 teams. We are already running on the 3rd team. Through this very simple initiative, we have done over 1,000 intimate moments of Singaporeans showing what they are close to their hearts, what is dear to them. The other ground-up expressions initiatives include the photo vivo competitions. These are the photography competitions which basically use the Loving Singapore team to capture images. Artifactually speaking, it is a short story writing competition working in collaboration with National Heritage Board. Basically, Singaporeans will use simple artifacts to write about the stories, their reflections of Singapore. And of course, the collections of verbal and visual expressions. And you can see from the example here, basically we went as far as overseas in Singapore Day to collect the expressions and this took place in New York this year. Moving on to the participation phase, this is a time where we want Singaporeans, to be called into actions. We have activities planned for, where we get them to hands-on and participate and rejoice in the celebrations. I'll be covering a few of the key events that we have, which is the LovingSG Trail, the Building a LovingSG Lego charity event, and LovingSG One Heart, One Voice, the virtual choir event. Let me start with the LovingSG Trails. Now, from our expression phase, we realize that Singaporeans love Singapore for very different reasons. And we want to take this opportunity, we want to provide an opportunity for Singaporeans to really rediscover, to remember what they love, to be a very little corners, a quaint corners, nice places, or something that we hold simple pleasures to our heart, food. And you probably realize that the Heritage Trail is already ongoing. The next few trails that we actually be having is other than the Urban Trail, which is that Singapore is more than Orchard Road and skyscrapers. The Green Trails, and you'll be amazed by the incredible green infrastructures that we have all across the island. And finally, I think to many people, the favorite, the Food Trail, where we will showcase hawker fare that is worth queuing for. The next project that I'll be highlighting is building a LovingSG Lego charity project. Now, using over 200,000 Lego bricks and minifigures, we'll be assembling and recreating the atmosphere at the floating platform. And this Lego structure that we're building is a scaled replica of the floating platform, which measures around 12 meters by 9 meters, and I was told that it's probably the size of a volleyball court. And you can see that the people outside there they are really a work in progress. Every day they are there. I can really feel the energy of these people coming together to build this structure. And the volunteers that help us with this, there are over 400 of them, and they are coming from institutions like Nanyang Poly, Skate Youth, Pathlight School, the Asian Women's Welfare Associations. While the build is taking place, there is also a charity event, a charity drive that is driven by the Nanyang Poly students. Now, for the public, for every $5 contributions, you'll get for yourself a pair of this cute minifigs. And you'll get 2 of them. One of them is for it to place on the floating platform, and the others a keepsake. Now, all proceedings for this charity drive will go to the Straits Times School Money Pocket Funds. It's all for a good cause. And Nanyang Poly is targeting to raise around 200,000 for this charity event. I would like to show you a simple promotion video of what this is all about. The designer for this whole project, Eugene Tan, has told me that there's no way he can do the Kallang roll, but I think he will try. And what we're going to do is that, for your information, the door has been locked, so no one will get out of this place unless you make their online donations, which allow you to go ahead and buy the figurines. These are limited editions. Okay, let me move on to the next project. And before I do that, I would like to ask you one question. What is this one song that all Singaporeans know how to sing? I heard something about home. Well, that's my favorite, of course. But no, it's the national anthem. Okay? Now, this project is really something unique. It's something that I think all of us can really participate in. And it's not something new. It is a concept inspired by Mr. Eric Whittacle's work of a virtual choir. We're really impressed with his work. We've asked his company for permission, and he has kindly granted us because he sees the relevance of this project to our nation's celebrations. And they are very excited to see the end product. So we have big shoes to fill, obviously, because these are really famous people, but Singapore has our own talents. And this project will be held by 2 very distinguished individuals, renowned music conductor, Mr. Darrell Ang, And of course, the award-winning filmmaker, Mr. Royston Tan. Two of them, will collaborate and put together these poignant renditions of Majula Singapura from videos contributed by fellow Singaporeans like us, of themselves singing the national anthem. And you'll be spliced together and makes its debut on the 9th of August. You can just imagine the hair-raising moment at the time. And this is really truly a nation in concert. I also like to show you a video of how the concept of this video will be like. As we move on to the celebration phase, what we really would like to see is to have a series of roadshows that go through the heartlands, where we will bring out the exhibition display sets like what you have seen behind you, to really showcase the expressions that we have collected and all the participation efforts of fellow Singaporeans, so as to gather these whole community efforts and longings towards the actual day itself. I will be reviewing more of this in subsequent events on the Ground Up initiative that will be partnering with our partners on the celebrations. But really, to sum it all up, is that this year's celebrations will be very different, and we will not wait till the 9th of August for Singaporeans to start our celebrations. And we believe that Singaporeans would like to have a say in the way they want to celebrate the nation's birthday, and that's why we're working with many partners through Ground Up initiative to make this whole thing a success. And NDP will continue to be that platform to facilitate this happening. And we will really appreciate the friends from our medias to help us promote this, so that it can reach out to our fellow Singaporeans at all corners, even to the rest of the world. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Colonel Lim. Ladies and gentlemen, at this point in time, we'll be now doing the symbolic pouring of the Lego tiles to mark the commencement of our Building a LovingSG project. We'd like to invite the reps from the various project partners. Firstly, Chairman Engagement. We also have the Straits Times Schools Pocket Money Fund, Nanyang Poly, Scape, and the Chief Architect of the Lego project. Gentlemen, ladies, please. Friends of the media with cameras, come closer to the stage. Let's capture this nice moment. Yes. Alright, let's all smile for the camera before we pour the Lego. Alright, on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Pour the Lego. Here we go. Yes! There you go, well done. Big round of applause, please. Well done. Thank you very much, ladies. Thank you very much, sir.